I don't know who Scoo is, but he ain't here. So I'm going to do this instead. We're going to do a rugby reaction to more of the 2022 TikTok Women's Six Nations. This time we've got Ireland versus Italy. This match was, I guess this tournament just already mostly happened. We're just kind of waiting for the finals. So, but I'm going to try to react to as many as I can because I just love what rugby and I love women's rugby. And I want to get like better context of the players, who the players are, their rankings, rivalries, stuff like that. Kind of get into the meat of the backstory to this tournament. But real quick, I want to read a couple comments because you guys comment and they're super helpful and they help me understand what's happening. So I'm going to shout y'all out and let y'all know that I'm reading these comments. So uh, Mark Thomas, he commented twice. He said, so regarding the last video I did for France versus Ireland, and about 14 minutes in, the Irish were pissed because they thought the French number six was obstructing them from getting to the ball carrier when she cut back inside the number six. I remember that specific play. And that, I mean, I imagine they were pissed because she got the try anyways, but that makes sense that they'd be pissed at the obstruction because this isn't football. You can't block in rugby. Like, you know, could you imagine how like how what imagine rugby if blocking was allowed? I mean, I guess at that point it would just be pretty easy to get. I don't know. At that point, it just turns into football, really. And then you comment again, said all the teams play each other once, so each team plays 5 games. They'll all have 3 rounds of games on successive weekends, then a weekend off, then 2 more games on the following 2 weekends. The teams you play at home this year, you play away from home next year. So this year, France play England in France. Next year, England will play France in England, and same with all the other teams. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. The teams you play at home this year, you play away from home next year. So this year, France play England in France. So this tournament isn't happening in one location. This is happening in just different places all around the world. Okay. So they're constantly traveling to each other's countries to play each other. For a sec, I thought that was like the Olympics or something, like they're in one central location and they just play there. But these stadiums do look different now that I'm looking at it. So, okay. And then Rit the Rugger, I'm assuming you said last in here, so I'm gonna try to throw some Irish Scottish in here. Not positive, but I believe it's scare it, not score it. The 8-0 try looked to me like the French lass leaned in on the outside of her right foot, feigning an inside cut. This caused the Irish lass to shuffle her weight too early for the tackle. Looks like France's loose forwards are a grabby bunch, and the ref is blind to it. At 9:12, Blue 7 actually put her hands on Green 6 as Blue 9 was heading out for the touchline behind her. Next, there's the one Mr. Thomas pointed out, where Blue 7 pushes Green 6 out as Blue 9 cuts back inside behind her. Ireland had a right to be upset. At 15:59, you witnessed something called the dark arts of rugby. Whoever that Irish lass is showed incredible awareness. Her hand landed on the blue player's boot, and she actually took her hand off of it. However, somehow the laces tangled in her fingers. At 19:37, you see it again. This time, it's green 12 on blue 21's laces. I learned very early, always tape up your laces. Alright, alright. Hey, always tape up your laces. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You know what? Well, you know what? I had this weird thought of what if people played rugby barefoot? Then that doesn't become a problem. But I guess you would tear apart your feet and your ankles from running around in the dirt and all that stuff. The dark arts of rugby. I like that. And the scared, not scarred. Okay, yeah. Leaned on the outside of a right foot, feigning inside cut. This caught. That's crazy how intricate that is. Just not even like shuffling over. Literally just like you feigned. Put just a slight bit of weight on one foot, and that psychs the other player out. That's crazy to me. That is incredible. Man. That rugby is something else. It makes me want to go play, even though I know that I would get torn apart to shreds because my knee is not rugby ready, nor is my physique. Look at this. Look at this. This isn't doing anything to anybody. Anyway, let's look at Ireland versus Italy and see what these ladies are up to, or what they were up to.
There are 8 replacements with 5 caps or less.
All right, so Ireland's kicking off first. We got Italy in blue, Ireland in green.
Looking to keep the Italians guessing with a kick to that far
All right. All right, so we're moving up. Italy's got some advantage here. I think they're at the 22 line, I think. All right, zinging it left. Nice pass. Oh, and she's off. Short hair is off. Oh, she stopped. What'd she stop for? What was that? She stopped like halfway in her gait.
Keep that ball alive, looking to get it into those wider channels. Ireland's defense.
You saw that though? You saw that? She like taking off and then oh. Do you think she was gonna like try to cut back in? What was she thinking there? She had like she was ready to go, and then she just decided to stop. So they pass it left. Number 13, she takes off. And then she just what was that? It almost looked like an injury for a sec. Like how some people like their hamstrings like snap on them or something. But she just stopped out of nowhere, and then they called something. Let's see what they're talking about here.
Maybe Lee Murphy Crow though. They've been ambitious in the opening 3 minutes, the Italians.
Look, they're so exciting to watch how they play, keep that ball alive, looking to get it into those wider channels. Ireland's defence was quite good. They were kind of connected, but gave away a penalty. I think it was Dorothy Wall.
I don't know what the penalty was. What is that? What is...
Ireland's defence was quite good. They were kind of connected, but
what is that signal? I have no idea what that penalty means. I'm going to guess. I'm going to make an uneducated guess. I'm going to guess...
And now Rigoni.
She's going. That's not really a high tackle. She just kind of bumped into her.
Doesn't have the pace to get away from Amy Lee Murphy Crow though. They've been ambitious in the opening 3 minutes, the Italians.
They're so exciting to watch how they play, keep that ball alive, looking to get it into those wider channels. Ireland's defence was quite good. They were kind of connected, but gave away a penalty.
I can't hear what the ref says. I have no idea what that penalty was. But Ireland, Italy gets a kick.
Italy played all the rugby, but as I said, just not in the right areas of the pitch. Dinka was brilliant in the first half.
Beatrice Rigoni. Or Rigoni.
She was substituted.
Beatrice Rigoni.
She was substituted. She was playing a really good game.
Easy.
First points now to Italy.
Those birds, those crows, look like crows. All right, here we go. Italy's got the ball again. We're in the 4th minute. Oh, but they stole it. Ireland snuck it. And they're zinging it left. Okay, forwards got it. Girls pushing. She gets taken down. We're going to a ruck. They pass it back out right. And then we go wide. She's going to cut in. She's going to get snagged up, though. All right, so they got pushed back to the midline. Ireland still got the ball. She's still going. Wow.
Drive on a few meters more.
All right, they're going right again. Only got 2 people, though. Don't really have much help there.
Off the back of a period of sustained Irish pressure.
Ooh, wow.
Ultimately, the fact that
all right, now we're in a scrum.
The World Cup. The Italians are World Cup bound. First time they will be
looks like
back-to-back World Cup since 1998-02. And that's excellent work from Ireland at the scrum. They've got the penalty.
What was that? Did it collapse? What was the scrum situation?
The Italians are World Cup bound. First time they will be back-to-back World Cup since 1998-02.
Was it wheeling the scrum? Were you not allowed to like... Is it a thing like if you let the scrum wheel too far, then it's considered a penalty? Because I always thought that strategy with a scrum was if, let's say you're Italy, right, to push and try to wheel them over to the side so that when you decide to start moving the ball, they have like a slightly longer amount of time they got to take to get back in position. I don't know. But I guess wheeling the scrum too far is just a penalty in itself.
And that's excellent work from Ireland at the scrum. They've got the penalty.
But that's for Ireland's advantage, so.
The fabric of it for so many years. I'm delighted for him that they
right.
qualified for this World Cup, and the likes of Barrett and Furlan as well.
Okay. Clean scrum. We're moving out right. Oh, nice pass, but I think she meant to pass it further the first time. Oh, but she's going. She's going. All right.
He's done brilliantly there to get across and help out.
We got an even match so far. It's in the 19th minute. Or 20, almost the 20th minute, we got a pretty even match.
Back on the inside, good tackle.
All right, what's Ireland gonna do? We're knocking on Italy's door. Gonna sneak in, not going anywhere. Gonna try to bunch them up. See how they're bunched up? See how they're bunched up? Let's see what happens. Let's see if they go wide, because they're all bunched up. They're gonna keep pushing. Are they in? Release. She's not in. She's not in. But they're right there. They're right there. Right there. She's gonna go for it. Ooh.
They're pummeling away at that Italian line, but not
okay,
quite
she's going left. Oh, they stopped that. They might have even lost a couple, not yards, meters. The referee had to duck. Oh, they're going wide. Yeah, I knew they were gonna go wide. I knew they were gonna go wide. I knew they were gonna go wide. All right, Ireland.
Knocking on the door.
I knew they were gonna go wide, because see how you see. They kept everybody bunched up. You see how they just had this mess here? Just this mess. Just this mess. And then it wasn't here. I think it was here. This next pass is where they decided. No. They went in, made sure everyone was bunched up, and then she made a quick pass out. See, they were. Oh yeah. She had one extra player there, so even if 15 couldn't get it, that girl next to her could have got it. All right, Ireland. All right. 5-3. We got an even match.
By Ireland, they had penalty advantage picked, sucking in the Italian defense.
Yep, exactly. So I knew that was a strategy. Is you get all of the defense to focus on your one area of attack, so your wings can just be wide open for whatever they got to do. Yep. And they just completely outflanked them.
Floating on the outside, she had Baden Parsons outside her, but didn't need her. Good vision there. Medea can't get to Mahoney.
Which, I'm gonna repeat the question. What are you supposed to do here? If you're Italy and you're noticing that Ireland is persistently pushing forward in this one area, I guess the only thing you can do is try to hurry up and spread yourself out as fast as possible, because that's the only way, and just hope that you can. Yeah, because I think here you notice Italy starts to rush in. They rush in at this first pass. And you're trying to close this space so she doesn't have a lot of room to, because it's like, she's not going to go for it right here. You've already got all your players right here. She's not going to try to push her way through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, 7 players. So this is just a middleman to this outside pass. But they've already closed this space. So now, even if they sprinted, maybe they could have. What I'm thinking is this. At this point here, if you know that you've got enough players here kind of bunched up that whoever this player is not going to be able to bulldoze her way through, just start sprinting out wide. Just take your time to sprint out as far wide as you can, because this is definitely an intermittent middleman pass. This is definitely just phase 1 in getting it out wide. So the only thing I could think to do is to try to just sprint your way out to the side to try to cover as much ground as you can so they don't outflank you. That's the only strategy I can think of at that situation.
Into the line late, floating on the outside.
But obviously in the midst of the action,
Good vision there. Medea can't get to Mahal, who just comes into that line of perfect timing. But again, that came from a good line out. They went up hard at 2. They had the maul. They got penalty advantage off the maul.
All right, so Italy's time to attack. 5-3, Italy's turn. Oh, and she takes off, and she's going. She's going. Passes it
Brilliant
left.
hands
She's
again
got
from the
nope,
Italians.
nope. She didn't have any assistance
Important
there,
tackle
but they're
there
going to
from
the
Stacey
ruck.
Flood. Just to
She's
keep
going
the
out.
Italian momentum, but
Number two's gonna. Okay. Oh, come on, come on. I love these highlights, but like y'all can't just jump from nothing, from action to, like, come on. Let's see at least like the whistle blow or something.
the Italian momentum, but don't.
All right, so I guess Ireland got the ball back again, and now they're pushing their way in.
Jones. Big clear out from Monaghan.
All right, we're going out left. Nice pass. Quick short pass. Another short pass to nobody. But number 7 picks it up. And then another 13's going. And then number 14's going. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She shrugged off one tackle, but she got caught in another one. Who was that other girl? Higgins. I know one girl's Higgins. I think 11. No, 13 is Higgins.
And here goes Eve Higgins. Gets it into the
Yeah. Number 13. I'm trying to remember their names. 13 is Higgins. Eve Higgins. She got an excellent try the last time they played France. I think the last team they played, she got a nice try. Anyway. All right, they're going out right. Oh, I think that was meant for 12, but number 5 took it and still got some advance. 6 going in there. She's gonna push her way through. All right, going left. Stop that. Italy's stopping that.
There's an offside here against Giordano.
Ooh. Nice tackle. Italy's not making that mistake again. They're not going to let that what happened last. Oh, but she cut in. Oh, but they stopped her. That was a nice try. That was nice. Oh, they're going out wide. Number 12's by herself. She lobs it. Okay, what's she going to do? She's going to try to. Oh, fumble. Knock on. Whoa. Whoa, that was a crazy sequence. Hold up. Let's watch this again. They were at the door and Italy said, "No, we're not letting you in this time. Last time you came in and took all our food."
And again. Well, she's the go-to when they're in this tight.
All right. So number 6 tries to bully her way in.
A meter short here.
And you see Italy's ready. Like they're not letting too many girls get caught up in this ruck. They're trying not to, at least. Ooh, that tackle right there. Number 7, I think. Either number 9 or number 7. That was a smooth tackle. You see her just take her legs out from under her. Just boom. Man, that was a smooth tackle.
Huge hit coming in from Tunisia on Edel McMahon.
All right, yeah, she tried to cut it. That was brilliant. That could have worked. Let's see it one more time. Number 10 did that nice dummy. Oh, dummy, and then she cut it. Oh, that was smooth. But they caught it. They saw that coming. Nice try. 12 does that again. She tried it, but she hesitated a little too much. And then 14, and then it was a knock-on.
Knocked on. Ireland had the penalty advantage, though.
Now, why does Ireland have the ball here? This happened immediately afterwards, right?
Ireland had the penalty advantage, though.
Yeah, this happened immediately afterwards. Why did they have the advantage there? That's a knock-on.
Knocked on. Ireland had the penalty advantage, though.
I mean, is it because it got swatted out her hand? Or because Italy took the ball too quick afterwards?
Ireland had the penalty advantage, though.
I don't know. And they have advantage, too.
Italy,
so she's gonna
particularly in this zone. Ireland has
just
to come away with
kick it
now before halftime.
Right at their try line. Honestly, because don't you have a choice between what you want to do for a penalty? Can't you either punt it, scrum, or just run with it? Well, I guess a run is like a quick penalty, but I'm thinking in context of playing Rugby 06. And just like, because I play that game sometimes to try to understand the rules.
Are just under the pump, particularly in this zone. Ireland have to come away with something now before halftime.
All right. So we got a line out. Then we're going into a maul. Ireland's gritting their teeth. They're gritting their teeth. Their teeth are breaking through their mouth guards, and they push their way through. Whoa!
This try counts, isn't it, Njunga?
Whoa!
I think it might well be.
They really forced their way up in there.
Up together. It's one of the two.
Man, that was brute force right there. Look at this dude. He can't even be happy.
It's one of the two.
Look at him, just like, yeah. I mean, duh, of course. Like, why would I be impressed with what they're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, I think it was Jones there at the back of the maul.
Wow, okay.
Controlling it, work by Catherine Dane as well.
All
to keep it
right.
checked. But again,
Neve Jones? Nevy Jones? I'm guessing Nevy Jones.
simple line.
I like that. That's got a nice flow. Nevy Jones. My name's Nevy Jones. That's got a nice like flow to it. All right.
Out up at 2. Italy don't contest. Dorothy Wall is
My
just
name's
shearing
Nevy
up in front of
Jones.
Neve Jones.
That's a nice, yeah.
Tony coming in from an offside position.
Wow.
Catherine Dane just marshalling her troops on. They would
That's
have
crazy.
plenty advantage off that anyway for Batoni coming in from the side.
There's been so much talk this week and ahead of the game about the set piece, about the scrum, about the line-out. But it's been a big plus for Ireland in this first half. That was an outstanding maul, and Neve Jones.
All right.
at the end of
Neve
it.
Jones. Neve Jones. Neve Jones. Still got a ring. I still like Nevy Jones, but whatever. Neve Jones.
The opening score of the game, but the 2 tries of the first
Boot.
half have come from Ireland, from Lucy Mulhall and from Neve Jones.
All right.
One finished by a back, one by the
So
hooker.
that's halftime.
And Ireland off to a good ovation here.
That
in
is
Cork. It's a
halftime,
game
and
with
we've
a lot
got.
on it, as we
It's still a
mentioned,
close
two
game.
sides
It's
who
still a pretty close
lost both
game.
opening
You know,
fixtures in the opening
Italy
2
just
rounds, but it's
needs
Ireland with the
a
advantage.
try and a kick. I gotta
Important
skip
lead
through
at
this, so
Missing
copyright.
from that
Um,
pack.
All right, so we're in the second half. Ireland takes it, and they're gonna
Italians
boot
playing
it.
with 14 for the moment. They'll be happy to be down in the Ireland.
Oh
half
wow,
of
you
the
can't
ball,
let
so
that get
it's
away
gonna
from
be
you
good
like
to
that.
see.
Oh, do something. They're on your tail. They're on your ass. You cannot drop a ball like that. They will chase you down like
A
wolves.
big tackle coming in from
Oh
Neve
man.
Jones.
All right.
That second Ireland try in the
Ooh.
first half.
Okay, we got a battle. Hold up, hold up. They stole it at some point.
Or that second Ireland
Okay,
try
we
in the
got a
first
battle
half.
here, right at the
Ireland
midline.
gets herself turned right
Ireland's
side.
gonna kick it up high.
From Dane, it's Eve
She
Higgins.
took.
It's off, and she's
Whoa!
Eve Higgins will not be for catching here. The try scored into
Whoa!
loose.
Whoa!
Quicker in thought indeed, Eve Higgins. And
Eve
what a start
Higgins
to the second half for
again!
Ireland. The kick from
Yo!
Catherine Dane.
Eve
And
Higgins
does the rest.
again!
Well plucked out. Just see here where ball comes
Look
from.
at
Great
this. Look at
turnover.
this.
Hannah O'Connor there.
They booted in the
Taking up
sky.
that
She
penalty,
boots
she
it in the
just gave
sky.
away.
Nobody
Thrown in
checks
the
her.
backfield
She
for
just
Italy,
takes it and
Higgins
goes.
Picks that off beautifully.
She just
Again,
grabs it and
that
goes
is
and
all
takes
stems from a
off,
good
burns up
Irish
the
scrum
field.
in their own
You can see a
22.
trail of smoke
They
from
kick
where
for
she was.
position, and all
Her hot
steps
feet
in
were
the-
running
Hannah
around.
O'Connor.
How did no one check her?
And gets herself turned
She
right
just booted
side.
it up and just
Now the kick
she didn't even
from
have
Dane. It's
to like scoot by anybody. She just ran and took it. Everybody's eyes were up and she just took advantage of that.
Higgins is off and she.
One more time. We gotta see one more time. Just
For that second Ireland try in the first half. Idel McMahon gets herself turned right
boot it
side.
up. Just nobody was looking. Just took it and just took off. Took off. And you see, they keep up the chase. They never give up the chase. I appreciate that, but they never give up the chase. Man, Eve Higgins. All right. All right. All right. She's a try. She's the try scorer on Ireland. It seems like
Well plucked
she's either
out.
scoring the
Just
try
see
or
here where
setting
ball
someone
comes
else to
from.
score the
Great
try.
turnover.
All
Hannah
right, Eve
O'Connor
Higgins.
there,
Here we go.
making up for that
All
penalty
right.
she just gave away. No one in the backfield for Italy, and Higgins picks that up
Number
beautifully.
13. All right.
Again, that
I'm gonna
is
remember.
all
I'm gonna
stems
remember
from a
you,
good
Eve.
Irish scrum in their own 22. They kick for position.
Wow.
And a super finish from Ireland.
Nobody checked her. Nobody. She just ran and took it.
Well, just as they concede that try,
Look at her laughing the whole way down the field.
Field of Elisa Giordano.
Oh
She
my
was coming
God.
on at 10-3, 15-3
Laughing
Ireland
all
with
the way down the
reversal
field.
attempt to come.
All right. Let's go. All right. Quiet for the kick.
Nicole Cronin blocks
Easy.
everything out, and as
Easy.
soon as she struck that one, she was reaching for the tee.
Are you allowed to keep the ball? Is it like in baseball where if you get the ball, you can keep it? Anyone who's been to a pro rugby game, can you keep the ball if they kick it and you catch it? That would be an excellent souvenir. If I ever go overseas, I'd love to go overseas and watch a match like in a country, like in Italy or Ireland. I'm keeping that ball. You're gonna have to fight me to take that ball back. That's my souvenir. All right, Ireland's right at their door again. Italy is having a hard time keeping them at bay.
Penalty try.
Now, what was this? What was the deal here?
Heavy hitting head to head. Ireland get the shot on this time and advantage as well, and referees going across penalty try. Aurelia Grosolo has seen enough.
What is that? What does that mean? I've seen her do that twice now.
Yeah, Maris was going to ground.
Is it wheeling the scrum?
Again, and that scrum, and Ireland.
Hold up. What's she?
Yeah, Maris was going to ground again on that scrum, and Ireland hugely dominant.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bonus point
Something
try
to do
for
with the
Ireland.
scrum, but I don't know what it is. They're cheering like they just won the game. What happened? All right.
Really, that's England.
All right. We got a stretch here. 24-3. Italy. I don't want to. If I try an Italy accent, it's just gonna sound like Mario, just like Super Mario Bros. And that's weak. I mean, all my accents are weak, but like, come on, Italy, you got to do a something. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go. I gotta watch The Godfather or something. Try to pick up on an accent.
They faced last weekend, so aggressive. England missed just 4 tackles all game in Parma.
All right.
And you've got numbers like that. It's very disheartening.
Come on, Italy. Come on, Italy. You got to do something now. I always root for the underdog. I just want it to be a good game. Come on, Italy. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see it. Ooh, she got dragged out. She passed it to the wrong girl. Damn. Damn.
The last few days to deal with as well. It's been a tough day all round for them.
She took off too. They snagged her up. She tried to keep it in bounds, and they just weren't ready. That's the second time. Where's her? I don't know her name, but number 13. That's the second time she's like taken off, just like gunned it, and just got kind of like pushed outside, out of bounds, out of touch, I guess, in the touch, and she had to offload it as quick as she could.
Hit the line at pace.
Because remember that happened like earlier, like it was the first thing that happened in the match.
It looks like they've popped up possession here, Italy.
Obviously, in the Welsh
right.
game,
we got a line out.
Minds whether contest or stay down. It looks like they're going to stay down and just hit here.
Shuffling around here. All right, Italy. Let's see it. We're in a mall. We're in a mall. Grit your teeth. Grit your teeth. Plant your feet. Let's see it. Come on. Push. 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 There we go. There we go. There we go. Stuck it in there. Stuck it in there. Look, nobody. This is, yeah, they're in Ireland. Look at them. They couldn't care. This one dude. This one dude is the only one cheering for Italy. Everyone else they're worried about the cameras. He's the only one like, yeah, let's go Italy. This one dude. All right, let's see that again. Let's see what they did here. So the ball's here. They're pushing. And she snuck it. She just kind of grabbed it from the side and ran in there while they were distracted.
3 years
all right.
now for the Italian hooker. And a well-worked set piece. Melissa Bettoni over.
So set pieces, that's a word I'm hearing a lot. I guess a set piece is just a play, like a predetermined sort of just like, if you're in this position, let's try to line up this way and do this. Kind of like, you know, football has like plays where it's like it's all planned out specifically. So I'm guessing this is sort of similar to a play in basketball where it's kind of predetermined, but like you're kind of improvising because you don't know who's guarding who, and like it shifts a lot. So I guess a set piece is basically just a play.
And they found it, and it's Bettoni who gets
or the equivalent of a play.
3 years
that makes me wonder, does soccer have set pieces? Because soccer is a lot of like, you know, rugby evolved from soccer. So, and I guess soccer has like very specific things you do in certain, so does soccer have set pieces? Or football? Soccer, football.
And a well-worked set piece. Melissa Bettoni over.
I'm American. When I say football, I'm thinking American football. When I say soccer, I'm thinking soccer.
See Chloe Pierce and Del
kicking.
Taking an Italian player out of that mold that creates the gap for Bettoni to go through.
There we go. What was her name? Bertoni?
To go through.
What's her name?
Pierce and Del McMahon taking an Italian player out of that mold that creates the gap for Bettoni to go through.
Bettoni. Trying to remember their names. Bettoni. Give credit where credit's due, you know.
Really took it to the Italians in the first half.
Sam Monaghan. I guess I'm really bad at
and her
number 5
was outstanding throughout.
Player of the match. Player of the match. What about Higgins? She got, I mean, unless they scored some other tries or something. Higgins was the one who, I don't know. I mean, Higgins, I don't know. I would have thought Higgins would have got the player of the match. He's the one
TikTok player of the match is
catching and running and
Yeah, she has been standing
I don't know.
through the 3 games so far. Sam Monaghan.
But, well, good for you, Sam.
TikTok Women's
Player
Six
of the match.
Nations Player of the match.
All right.
Oh,
Ooh,
it's nice to
ooh,
get
they
that
snuck
award in
that.
victory.
Oh, but what happened? Oh, no.
Lovely piece of opportunism from Katie O'Dwyer, and look how Ireland celebrate this one.
Oh, no. Dog pile.
Everyone in on this.
Oh, my gosh. Yo, that hurts. That's got to
she claimed
sting.
it.
Look at that.
Well, up
They
pressure
thought
from
they
Britain
had it,
Hogan
and they
front.
just... Okay, Italy. Next practice, y'all got to learn to catch the ball. Because earlier in this match, we're at 10:50, 11:50. Earlier in this match, Gurley dropped the ball and had some serious pressure on her. I can't remember where it was at. It wasn't this early, was it? Because I know it's just going to buffer to hell if I keep skipping
Just comes into
around.
that line of
Because it always
perfect
does that.
timing. But again, that came from a good line out. They went up.
I can't remember what it was. But if you just rewind, yeah.
Weakness.
Italy dropped the ball and had some serious Ireland just like wolves coming at them. Italy, you gotta learn to catch the damn ball. Need to work on your reaction time. Like, be ready. Be ready. She tipped that ball waiting for y'all to grab it, and y'all kept... I don't know what y'all were thinking about.
Always nice to win that award.
Oh,
in
man,
victory.
you see? And then they just snuck it, just grabbed it and go.
Lovely piece of opportunism from
Man.
Katie O'Dwyer, and look how Ireland celebrate this one.
Man. Well, you know what, Ireland?
Everyone in on this.
Good on you. Good on you. It's good on you, isn't it?
Ball, she claimed it.
Well done.
Well,
Brilliant.
pressure from Brittany Hogan in front.
Man,
Just that catch and
that hurts.
pivot, ballerina-esque.
All right, Italy, come on. Let's see something. Let's boost a little morale. End of the game morale. Late game morale. Come on.
Kingspan Stadium up in Belfast.
Go out in a bang. Go out swinging. Go out swinging. Go out swinging.
Victory.
Let's see
The
something.
opening 2 defeats,
Go out swinging.
and particularly
Oh, man.
enjoy it with 5 tries in the bag as well, and all different sorts of tries as well.
Italy.
There's pressure on
Oh, man. Next practice. Italy. Y'all are catching and catching and catching and catching. That's all you're doing. Next practice. Catching the ball. Passing and catching.
tries in the bag as well, and all different sorts of tries.
Next
as
match.
well.
That's all y'all are
There's
doing is
pressure on
catching the
this fixture.
ball.
Talk about pressure at the top, England and France.
But all right,
That will
Ireland.
be decided
All right,
after
Ireland.
match day 5 in Bayonne. But pressure
All right,
on
Ireland.
as well, 2 sides that hadn't
Jolly
settled
good,
into
jolly
the
good
lane
there.
coming into this
Jolly
one.
good
It's
there.
Ireland who've come out victorious.
And worthy
Jolly
winners
good
today.
there.
You know, they dominated set piece, they dominated possession and territory. Just played a really clever game.
All right.
Well, after going
Well, that was Ireland versus Italy. Good match. Solid match. Ireland came out. You know, I obviously we're just seeing the highlights, so can't quite analyze the like nuanced parts, but wow. Italy, y'all gotta catch the damn ball. I don't know if it was raining out there earlier or what. I mean, it's cold. It's clearly pretty cold. Everyone's bundled up. Maybe Italy, they're just not used to the cold. I don't know, but they gotta learn to catch the ball. Good on you, Ireland. So yeah, that was Ireland versus Italy, 2022 TikTok Women's Six Nations Tournament. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, following, hitting the bell. Do all that shit or do none of that shit. It's up to you. I don't know where the fuck Scoo is, but I'm out of here. Peace.